Hey, everybody. If my skill level is here in a certain category of photography or as a photo artist, and I want to move up to here and I want to get from point A to B in the fastest possible way, do I really need a mentor to help me do that? Are we ready for this? Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, it's dedicated to photography and as a photo artist, plus trying to push yourself to think creatively out of the box. If that sounds interesting to you, if you could do me a favor, and that is please like this video, subscribe if you have not, and hit that notification bell the next time I upload a video, which is about once a week. You'll get notified on that new video. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the issue, and that is, do I need a mentor to take me from point A to B in photography and allow me to get there in a quicker way than me trying to do it by myself? And the answer is yes. I've talked about this before in the past, and I find that most photographers, and that was me in the very beginning, if you ask a photographer, where do you spend most of your money? They're all going to tell you, or most of them will tell you, it's in gear. It's in my cameras. It's in my lights. It's soft boxes, whatever it is. It's all gear, gear, gear. I can't remember the last time I bought a brand new piece of gear. It's been a while, and typically I don't buy anything unless what I have broke or something and I need to, get a new one. But most of my money over the years has been spent on workshops and seminars and education to help me move from point A to B quicker and make fewer mistakes when somebody else has already figured it out. That's the big deal about a mentor. Now, I've got a lot of mentors in my life since I started photography back in 2005, and I'll be sharing some of those with you in the near future. But the one I'm going to start with today is a photographer called Ben Shirk out of Iowa, and I'm going to pull up his website here in a minute. We'll take a look at some of his work. But Ben has been a big inspiration to me, and typically the way I work is, if I was a landscape photographer, which I'm not, but if I was, and I wanted to bring my skill level up from here to here in landscape photography, I would do some research on the internet to find a landscape photographer that I really relate to and I really like that person's work. Then I definitely would go to the website, and this is what I did in the past, and I would find, oh, they offer some training videos. I purchase the videos because I'm that interested in learning from that person because I like their work. The next icing on the cake is going to a live workshop. That is like the icing on the cake. I don't know what it is. It fuses everything together. So when it came to learning, like, how do I creatively use my speed lights on my camera when I first started photography? David Zeiser was the one that was my mentor on that. Everything from purchasing training videos to a live workshop. How do I take that flash off the camera and do off-camera flash techniques? Again, how about wedding photography? Jerry Guionis, again, was a member of his ice society, bought training, then I went to a live workshop. I can go on and on and on with everything I've been through in learning how to photograph children, high school seniors. Again, the list goes on. Shooting models, everything. That's the way I spend my money. I'll find a person I really like their work. I will purchase any kind of video training that they have to offer, and then based on that, they're doing a live workshop. As long as it meets my schedule and I can fling it, I'm going, because that just gels everything together. And I want to get from point A to B as fast as I can because, again, time is money. So let's take a look at Ben and how he really influenced me. And that is, a lot of times people would ask, well, how did you learn to do compositing in Photoshop? And I've learned it from multiple people, but Ben has had a big impact on me. Plus, I purchase a lot of his ready-made templates that I'll talk about. Now, before I get into that, I just want to do a disclaimer. I have no affiliation with Ben. When I talk about things I have purchased, I'm not telling you to go out there and buy it. And even if you did, I'm not getting any kind of an affiliate link or kickbacks or anything. I just use the stuff. And I want to share that with you because, again, people want to know, how do you learn to do what you're doing? So before we jump into his website, let's take a look at a sample image here that he has. And I've actually purchased this from him. And this is, I think it's called Calling of Duty. And so this is one example of the Photoshop template to do with, say, high school seniors, gamers, that type of stuff. Here's another example, sitting on an old-fashioned style TV that comes with the template. You can have somebody standing with the proper lighting. Here's one sitting in a chair. So these are just different examples of that Photoshop template. And he has hundreds of templates, by the way, and I'll show you that on the website in a few minutes. But again, sitting on old-fashioned TV, and again, that comes with the template. This is, again, a young gamer who happens to be my grandson, so I was practicing using that template with him, but also with client work. And I'll share a thing that happened to me about 2 years ago. And the client didn't want to be sitting actually on an old-fashioned TV set. He said, could I actually be sitting on a gaming box? So what I had to do was I had access to an old box, and I just took a photo of it and then cut it out and used it in a composite. And this is what I ended up with. So you could see that he's actually sitting on that gaming box that I took a photograph and dropped it into that Photoshop template. I'm going to tell you something. If you're into high school seniors, a lot of them are gamers, and gamers know gamers. You do something like that, they talk. And he actually got a low-res image for social media, and I was getting phone calls from mothers because their son is friends with Nicholas here. And there you go, one after another. And he got a big 16 by 19 print. It makes me stand out amongst competition. So if you're not doing this, I hate to say this, when it comes to high school seniors, you tend to be a dime a dozen. And a lot of times it's all about how much you're charging. When I'm doing stuff like that and they want that, this is a premium. And there's just more money on the table for me to have as a business person. So you're losing money if you're not doing this kind of work. So let's take a look at his website. So I'm going to close out of this, and we'll minimize that. And we're going to come up to his website. I'm going to refresh this. This will be actually the starting page right here. When we take a look at this, this is very artistic. Look at, the styling, something different. It just makes people stop to look at these images. So I'm just going to flip through these really fast. Okay, very creative, artistic type of photography. A lot of it is very sports oriented. But let's go to an area called For Photographers right here. And I'm actually going to show you the template that I was just showcasing earlier. But if you go over here, there's different activities. So if I choose something like, let's call it computer gaming. And you'll see different examples of actually stuff he's done. And then if I click on something like, ooh, I like that. If I click on it, it shows me the template that was used to build that. And there's the different examples. And there's actually a video clip that you can watch down here to take a look at. And again, pretty cool stuff. On sale, by the way, I paid $149 for this years ago. It is on sale right now. I know his sales don't last that long, might be 5-6 days, but it's $74. Now, the first thing people will say, well, geez, even $149 is a lot of money. To me, the answer is no if you're making money with this. I don't have the time to create this template to be used and make different variations and modifications of this. He's the expert that did all this for me. I just have to learn how to shoot and put it in color grade and do all the correct things, perspectives, to make this image pop for my client. So again, there's different categories here. We'll take a look at like basketball. And if there's something that you really like in basketball, if you click on this, this will actually show you the template that he used. And there's different categories here you could choose from, like horizontal versus vertical or both. So horizontal is $149. If you get both horizontal and vertical with different variations, it's $174. Now, again, you're not going to buy this unless you have more money than you know what to do with. But if this is a business decision and you're going to use this in business, this will be a money maker for you. So let me show you the template. And again, Ben has really helped me out a lot, and going to a live workshop, again, is the icing on the cake. But if you take a look at this, I'm just going to show you where it says insert subject here. If I expand that, and you could see that this is before and after. There's the image there. In fact, even the shadow. Let me get rid of the shadow. Let's turn this on, and then you'll see one of the TVs right there. And he's got a different TV at a different angle. But again, those are all things available to you. Check out the elements over here. I don't have time to create all these different elements, but if you look in the background here, tear gas. Well, there's the tear gas right there. I can turn that on or off, right? I can select that, and I can actually move that to a different location in my composite if I want. So these things all could be turned on and off and moved. If you don't want that many SWAT characters in the background, you can see me turning these on and off. It's all available to you. If you want to relocate them slightly different, there you go. So this is, quite a bit of work here. There's a lot of layers that's going on. And within these categories, if I open this up where the barrel's at, you can see all these things that make up the barrel. If I turn it on and off, you can see that barrel in the background turning on and off. The SWAT guys over here, let me expand one of these. I don't have time to work in there to do all this kind of work. So I appreciate the work effort he did, and that he's actually sharing that with us. So let me show you, again, an actual client that I use this on. And again, he got a low res, but this is the one I had to modify. And I added the, instead of the TV box over here, which doesn't match up to him, I'd have to move him. I created the computer. And here's the computer that he's sitting on. Whoops. So you can see the before and after on that. So once again, his name is over here. I don't know if you can see that sort of fade in the background. This was a large print that I had done for him. And it just makes my work stand out by getting something very unique to that client. So high school seniors, they're involved in either gaming, it could be music, it could be, name a sport. Like volleyball, baseball, basketball, hockey, the list goes on and on. He's got them all covered at his website. So take a look at his stuff. I would definitely, consider, if you're in the area, that you'd like to attend one of his hands-on workshop. It is worth it. It'll take you from point A to B really fast. And that's the importance, in my opinion, of having what's called a mentor. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I've had many mentors. I'll share some other ones with you in the future. But if you could do me a favor, and that is, again, like this video, subscribe if you have not subscribed, hit the notification bell. That way you'll get notified the next time I put up a video. And again, my email address should be here at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions on anything, please feel free to email me. I've got a nice backlog of questions that I'm going to be coming up with a video soon to answer those questions. But again, please feel free to email me at stevenphotoartist@gmail.com. Okay, with that out of the way, you know what I always do, and the way I always end this, and that is get that camera out, practice. In fact, here's a challenge. And again, I have no affiliation. Get one of his basic templates. Just find something to work with. Get out there and practice and literally think out of the box. Until next time, see ya.